Nation. Welcome back once again. It's your host, the G-Man, as we continue with our 2016 team-by-team preview. Today we're going to talk about those Pittsburgh Steelers, and spoiler alert, I will tell you that I am an unabashed admirer of the Steelers organization. I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm not from there, and I think their fans are very obnoxious, as I've spent some time in Pittsburgh, and I have a lot of friends in Pittsburgh. But if I were a fan of Pittsburgh, I would be obnoxious too, because I love the way they do things, and they're just a damn good franchise. I think that Pittsburgh has a chance to be really, really good this year. From an offensive perspective, I think what people expected last year, minus Roethlisberger's injuries and Le'Veon Bell injury, I think they're going to get. I think their offense is going to be scary good. I think they've made improvements to the offensive line, which for some reason they're one of those organizations that regardless of what they do, they always have offensive line problems. But I think Ryan Harris is really going to help them. I think Gerald Hawkins in the draft was an excellent value pick. I don't know that he's going to start right away, but I think he provides depth right away on the offensive line. And that was really their big struggle. Le'Veon Bell coming back. D'Angelo Williams was fantastic for them last year, but he's not Le'Veon Bell. Bell does everything. He's a power back. He's got enough speed to get outside. He catches the ball. He blocks. He blitz pickups. He does everything. So losing a guy like that was terrible. Getting him back is a huge boon. Ben Roethlisberger, it's funny. I watch him play, and people always talk about how tough he is. And he always misses games, and you think, how can he be that tough? When you watch him play, you can see how tough he is because he just gets his ass kicked from pillar to post, and he just stands there and takes it. He's a big dude who holds onto the ball long to the last possible second. From a toughness perspective, he reminds me of Dan Fouts. Now, for the younger audience, Dan Fouts was a guy who never won anything because he played for a team that didn't have any defense. But he used to stand in there and take that to the last second to deliver a ball and take hellacious hits. And that's what Ben does. And he's just monstrous and lets guys bounce off him. Martavis Bryant getting suspended for a year for stupidity, for alcohol and drug, that's going to hurt them, but not as much as you might think. Antonio Brown, to me, is the best receiver in football. And yes, that includes Odell Beckham. Yes, that includes Julio Jones. Not just the numbers, but what this guy does. He sets up the entire offense. Everyone knows he's going to get the ball. He still manages to get open. He can go deep. He goes across the middle. He still returns punts every now and again. The guy is just a phenomenal athlete. And a guy I was on coming out of college in Central Michigan, by the way, years and years ago, but I'm not going to blow my own horn too much. They will replace Martavis Bryant with Marcus Wheaton. I think Sammy Coates will get some time, and everyone seems to love Ladarius Green, but I'll believe it when I see it. So the offense, I think, is going to be scary good. Unfortunately, last year the problem was the defense was downright scary against the pass. If they're young guys that they picked, and I'll be honest and say, I didn't love their draft. They went with the right positions. I just didn't necessarily love the talent they went after. I don't love Artie Burns. I don't love Sean Davis. But what the hell do I know, right? So if they're the right guys and they can play on the corner, then Pittsburgh's going to win a lot of shootouts. They have enough speed at the linebacker position that they're going to get to the quarterback. If their guys can cover just that second longer, their defense can improve dramatically. I don't see that happening, but I do think they're going to wind up winning a lot of games with offense. I think we're going to be, let's call it 10-6. I think they're probably the team that's my favorite to win that division, though I think it'll be a hotly contested division. And I think that that offense is going to carry in behind Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown. You can do wrong with those three Bs. So with your 2016 team-by-team preview of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm your host, the G-Man, and I am out.